Is it working? Am I live? Okay, wait. Event logs. I thought I was gonna be able to tag people. I wanna tag some people. Here we go. Angie, get in here. Aria, you can't join me. I'm tagging you anyway. Aria, August. Elizabeth White, I hope you can join us. And Kristen. Oh, Kristen, I hope you're doing well. Okay. So, oh, hi, Angie. I'm gonna give this a few minutes. Enjoy the music. No, I'm gonna turn the music off. Hey, you see me. Yay, can you hear me too? And I tagged you. Yes, I do what I say I'm gonna do most of the time. So I'm really excited about this Facebook ad that I just put out. I boosted it. Okay, so you'll get these Facebook experts who are like, never boost your posts. And I'm here to tell you it for your purposes, it doesn't make that much of a difference, okay? Whether you boost or whether you create the own ad. The difference between boosting and creating an ad is in terms of how much you can detail how that ad is presented to the people. But what I want you to notice is notice the ads that you interact with on Facebook, okay? Are they the ones that are like super fancy where it's like the clothing ad comes up and then you start swiping through? I do that. I do that one a lot. Or do you interact with the ones that are like a sponsored post, but it's more of the organic content that you would see from one of your friends? And it's not right or wrong, like both can work, but it's more about you noticing your habits in terms of what advertisements on Facebook are getting through to you, because that's what's going to work for getting through to your audience. That's the trick to all of this. This is why this is all about yoga, because it's all about being intuitive and mindful and just noticing yourself. Hi, Lori. Hi, Jolene. In terms of your own habits with social media and using that to inform how you interact with social media. Okay, we got a few more people in here. Hi, Kinsley. So I love Facebook ads because it's really easy. I can do it from my phone. I put that ad that has now been seen by over 25,000 people. I did that walking my dog, cleaning up his poop yesterday. um, and it, you know, it blew up. That doesn't always happen, all right? I always have higher engagements than Facebook averages. I always have higher click-through rates than Facebook advertisements. But I just want to let you guys know, like, it's kind of crazy that this one blew up as much as it did. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, not because this is exactly how you should do it, but because this is what worked for me. Okay, so first I want to say I just got back from golfing with my mommy, and I was kind of following it along as I was golfing with the ladies. And I told my mom, hey, my Facebook post is really blowing up. Guess how many people have seen it? And she went, oh, 100? And I went, no, go higher. And she was like, 200? And I was like, no, you got to go higher. And she went, 500? And I said, Mom, 25,000 people have seen this ad of me doing yoga on the beach. Since yesterday, half of them have interacted with it. Thousands of them have watched it all the way through. Hundreds of them have gone to my website. And that's what this funnel is all about, right? Okay, you put something eye-catching out there that people want to watch. People want to watch a girl do yoga on the beach. All right, turns out people like that kind of content. That's why I put it out there. I also enjoy doing it. Um, and I let Facebook pick the group that it was going to go to, which I advised you in my other post never to do. But I did that on purpose because I wanted to see kind of where it took off. I hadn't advertised, I hadn't boosted this kind of content before. So I wanted to just get a general idea of where it was going to take off. And then I tracked the data every hour and then I narrowed it down niche by niche. So essentially, what you want to look for is anything above 10%, you want to narrow that niche down. So, for example, in Facebook, you can pick the gender that sees your ad. Most of the time, if I'm advertising something, I'm advertising it to women, especially on Instagram. I go straight to women. They're the ones who look at most of my content. This ad, 73% of the people looking at it were men. So I thought, well, I'm not going to show this to women anymore. I'm not going to pay for their clicks. I'm going to show this to the dudes who are, might give me a little bit more return on my value because they're spending more time with it. The other thing you can do in the Facebook ads is you can change the location. And this is where things get kind of interesting because this is where you can really take off to a niche market that you, of course, had no idea existed because you aren't there. So, what I found out yesterday is people in India are really looking at my stuff and they really like watching people do yoga on the beach. So, I said, all right, I'm going to say only people in India, only men in India can see this ad. Can you kind of see where this is going? And once you specify it to a country, then Facebook will break it down by city about where the biggest percentage of people are looking at your stuff. So this is where there's like a whole list of cities that I can't pronounce in India where anything above 10%, I am now going to say only people in these cities can see this ad. And that's how I blew up an ad to 25,000 people in less than 24 hours. So, for all you still hanging out, put some questions over here in the chat box. I don't know which side it's on about what questions you have about Facebook advertising, what you should advertise, how much you should pay for it. Okay, these people who are like, you have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for Facebook ads. You can totally do that. I don't recommend it. I've spent $3. I've spent $3 on this ad. I don't recommend spending a ton of money on Facebook ads because you will not see the return on the investment depending on what you're advertising. But especially when you're figuring out who your audience is, you just don't need a lot of money to get that information, right? The whole reason that I started this ad was I just wanted information about who would look and then click through to my website to sign up for my yoga membership. That was my ultimate goal, right? Was to get people to go to splendid.yoga and to sign up for a yoga membership. And it's working. I've now had hundreds of people click through. I've got a few new members, and it's really exciting. I love it. Um, so, uh, oh, that was the other thing I was going to bring up was like the purpose behind why you're doing the Facebook ad. And Facebook will ask you this, and it'll kind of guide you through a little process of like if you're trying to get people to interact with you, to get like into their messenger, then it's going to be a different strategy and different sort of content, right? Like video versus a lot of text versus just a whole series of pictures, right? So that's where you have to be really specific about exactly what you want. Do you have a product that you want people to buy? And is it a product that people already like and are familiar with? Or is it a product that you may have to show them how to use it so that they'll be like enticed by it, right? Like how many times have you stopped scrolling about whatever like Facebook ad came up and it's a video about like how to use that product, whether it's like filling up the big bag of air to sit on the beach or I don't know why that's the one that comes to mind. I feel like I've seen that one a lot. Or if it's like you're selling smaller products, price products, and you have a lot of them, you have a lot of SKUs, and you want to do like a gallery of things where you can like flip through. Like I can't tell you how many times I have flipped through the Revolve ad that comes up like every third scroll on my Facebook screen because they put a bunch of cute clothes that I want to buy. So of course I'm going to look at them. But that again is like if it were a bunch of coaching courses, no interest. I wouldn't scroll through. So that's where getting mindful about how you're interacting with Facebook and what's enticing you to spend money or what's enticing you to go to a website or what's enticing you to give your email address, right? These are all really good reasons to use a Facebook ad is to get someone on your email list, to get someone to your website, or just to let them know this is what I'm doing. I just want just to like start putting your message out there, but there has to be a call to action or why are you paying for it, right? If you don't want someone to buy something or give you something, some of their time and attention and money, then why are you advertising? Why are you spending money getting people's attention, right? Okay. So, let's see. Oh, wait. I haven't been scrolling down and you guys have been asking me questions. Okay. Oh, Kristen's here. Yay. Ari's here for a second. Please tell me you are now retargeting these damn people. Okay. Facebook ads, not boosts, correct, Lori? Okay. So, yeah, Lori, I was saying, doesn't matter. For my purposes, doesn't make that much of a difference. I don't need to customize my ad that much. So it's fine for me to just boost the content that I'm already putting out there. The reason I'm okay with that is because that's what I like interacting with on Facebook. When I see sponsored content, I like it to be more authentic, like something I would see just on a page on a regular scroll. I am more likely to interact with that than I am with something that's really curated, unless it's a brand that I already know and am familiar with, like a Revolve clothing, like a J. Crew, like an Amazon. You know, you see those all the time now. Okay. Lori, I have never run an ad as it scares me, and I've been told you need to run it up to $500 a month. Lori, the first person I tried to hire to do Facebook ads for me told me I needed to spend a minimum of $5,000 a month to get the results that I wanted. And she was right. She was 100% right that to get the results that I wanted to get at that time, which was coaching clients, I would need to spend $5,000. And what I discovered is that I didn't want to spend that much money. I didn't trust the system because I didn't hire people that way. That's not how I hired my coaches. So I put that money towards something else. I spent $5,000 on a business coach to teach me how to find clients as a business coach. This is like overall advice. If you see someone doing what you want to do, hire that person. Hire that person to teach you how to do it. Not because you're going to do it the exact same way, okay? This is where people kind of run into a little bit of an issue. You're not going to run Facebook ads the exact same way that I run Facebook ads because it's not going to work for you, all right? I'm not going to, coach a client the exact same way that you would coach a client. I'm not going to sell a product the exact same way that you would sell a product because I'm different. I'm different from you. So what I can offer you is just the mindfulness, the observing of coming into it, and like which direction to take it in a way that's going to be really intuitive for your life, right? We have some people who they love the numbers, they love the data. I will never be able to talk them out of spending so much money on Facebook ads because they love that process and that's where they want to spend their money. Even if I know that they would see a better return putting that into SEO or putting that into a referral system or hiring a VA so they have more time, even if I can tell them like you are spending your budget in a way that doesn't make sense, that's not growing your business, they don't care. That's how they want to spend their time, is looking over that data, which I get because I'm a data nerd too. I love a spreadsheet. I love a VLOOKUP. But if you're not the kind of person who enjoys doing that, then don't get into a game where you have to analyze that stuff in order to do it well, right? Do something simpler like building a referral system, like building a Facebook group, like building an email list where you have a little bit more, shall we say, control over how you interact with people in a way that aligns with your energy. Because everything that you're doing for your business should give you energy, right? That's why you're creating your own business, is because working for someone else is draining, right? It's hard to work so hard for someone else for just a tiny little bit of the pie, right? It's hard to do so much work for $20 an hour, for $12 an hour. That's why you want to run your own business, so you can make $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour, right? $10,000 an hour, whatever you want that number to be. You can't do that working for someone else. You got to build your own business in order to do that, especially in a pandemic. Okay, we got questions still. Okay, so to answer your question, Lori, I have never run an ad and it scares me. Don't let it scare you. Set a number that's not scary and spend that. I spent $3. $3. You don't have to spend $500. You don't need to spend a lot to get an audience. Angie's right. CG, need to learn how to do ads without costing an arm and a leg. Okay, so go back and watch the beginning of this video. I kind of go through the very basics of niche marketing, where you start with a big size of people, like billions of people. I started with the whole world and I said, Facebook, you tell me where to put this ad. And they said mostly people in India, mostly dudes in India are watching this. So I said, okay, only show this to dudes in India. And then I broke it down from there. Facebook breaks it down by gender. Oh, age. Age is another one. By age, pay attention to that. They break it down by location. That's all you need. Just follow the graphs. Just follow the graphs. Okay. Do I have all the questions? Am I scrolling to the bottom? I'm already out to the bottom. Okay. If you guys have any more questions, I am happy to answer them. You can continue to comment over in this general area, or you can put them in the group. I love this group, you guys. Thank you so much for joining my group and for being like active members of the conversation. This stuff is so important, because if we don't heal our crazy relationship to money, we're just going to see this insane divide continue to happen in the world, where the rich get richer and the rest of us are like, wait, why is that happening, right? We need to, and that's because there's a lot going on with that. But the things that we can control is because we feel like we are in this station in life and we're trapped, and $500 an hour is a lot of money, maybe, or $5,000 an hour is a lot of money, right? $5 an hour is a lot of money. Whatever story you're telling yourself is the story that you're trapped in. So the work is to notice the judgment that comes up, right? The fear that comes up when you think, oh my God, I'm going to spend $500 on something and I'm not going to get it back. I'm not going to make it back, right? That's just that place of contraction, of lack, that is going to prevent any wealth from flowing to you because you don't want it. You don't want wealth, you want the anxiety. You get addicted to that anxiety, to that stress, and your body gets used to being in that place where it has to overproduce its hormones to keep things in equilateral. And you just get used to it. And you have to break that cycle because you wear yourself out, right? It is so draining to worry about money. It is so draining to feel like you don't have enough. It is so exhausting to be envious and to compare yourself to others and to want so much and to let money be the reason that you're not giving yourself the life that you want. So, if you remove the judgment around money, you break free from any barrier preventing the money that you need to come to you. And that's where things get a little tricky in terms of what you need. I talk about this on my podcast a little bit, but what you need is very different from what I need, is very different from what my neighbor needs, right? That number is so different for everyone. And you figure it out by aligning yourself with your purpose. And whatever you need to make your purpose happen is the money that you can call in anytime. But until you have a purpose for it, it's not there's nowhere for it to go, right? You can't just bring in money for the sake of wanting money. You can't bring in money for the sake of wanting security, because money does not bring security. Financial security is not a thing. Security comes from within. When you yourself are secure, then you get to sit in the abundance of whatever money you need to serve your purpose. Okay. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go walk my puppy. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for asking questions. Let's do this again sometime. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Like it so other people can see it. Comment on it. Every time you like something and comment on something, a few more people get to see it. So it's meaningful for me. It's great for my ego. My endorphins really like it. But more importantly, if this is helpful for you, if you interact with it, then more people can see it and it'll be helpful for more people. And that's the whole point of the work that I do, is to help you. So thanks for letting me help you. Okay, bye.